Testing. Blah, 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 blah.
Ready, set, go.
It's time for the Coach Amy and Coach Liz show.
A podcast for endurance athletes by two athletes, two coaches, and a physical therapist.
We are your hosts, Coach Amy
And Coach Liz.
coming to you from
Kansas City.
So today's topic is going to be about gravel riding. Gravel riding's been around for a long time, but I feel like since COVID, since the pandemic, more people bought bikes, one, and two, it's like just really blown up, the sport.
It's
like
exploded.
A lot more people are doing it.
Yeah.
And a lot of these people are our endurance athletes that
For
we
sure.
know and our friends in the area that are doing it, and so are you.
Well, yes, I'm going to go complete it. I feel like,
Yeah.
it's interesting because I feel like I spent decades figuring out like the nuances of triathlon, and I don't have that body of knowledge for gravel at all. So I actually brought somebody on to help, the Reds that want to do gravel this year, because that's not my area of expertise. So I'm going to go do this ride, and I'm very green, and it's really kind of fun because it's like, I'm totally out of my wheelhouse. I don't know really what to expect or what the hell I'm doing.
Learning something new.
I am.
Learning something new. I feel like that's what the podcast is like for us. It's
Yes.
that learning something new, and it's just exciting and fun. So what are you feeling is like different? What have you noticed so far that's different?
Oh my gosh. I mean, that's so interesting that you asked that question, because for me, my observations are all about like the people part of it.
Oh yeah, do tell.
Well, I mean, triathlon and gravel attract wildly different people. It's just a very different feel for the sport. I mean, triathlon is a lot more uptight, I would say. I didn't used to start out that way. When I started triathlon, like it was pretty crunchy, and you could roll up and register for a race, and like, it was a lot different, and there wasn't the technology. There certainly wasn't all of the like, Strava and all of that
Power
stuff.
meters.
Power meters. It was very different. It was very different back in my day. But I feel like that's kind of gravel riding now. Like, it's still pretty crunchy, and, it's just so laid back. Anyway, that's my biggest observation. But you have seen...
Okay, but that reminds me of trail running.
Yes,
Because I feel like
100%.
it is still crunchy, or granola, whatever you want to call it. And here's my analogy that I use. Trail runners are the snowboarders of road running.
Yes!
So, like, road runners are, like, intense.
Yes.
Like, oh, my God, I got to qualify for Boston. Or, oh, I have to PR every single race.
Yes.
Or, intense and hard. And,
Yes.
And then trail running is like, woo!
That is my... Yes, and that is my impression of triathlon versus gravel.
Gravel. Yep. Okay. That's fun. Okay, so here's what I've noticed, because I have the perspective of working on the injured athletes.
Mm-hmm.
And, I have actually treated gravel riders in the past before I felt like it was a big thing. But I see a lot more in the clinic now because it has grown in popularity. And what I have noticed is that there are some shoulder, neck, and issues with the gravel riding. So maybe it's these people that are transitioning.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, I saw gravel riders before, and that would be some of the similar things. So the difference, I think, is you're taking on more forces with the gravel riding. Are you feeling that when you're on?
Oh, yeah. I mean,
Okay.
you think about the terrain, like on the road, whether you're on a road bike or a triathlon bike, of course, like you're steering your bike and you're paying attention, and you have a lot of force through your shoulders. But the limited gravel riding that I've done, you can really feel like how much more you have to stabilize the bike. You're navigating around like various different terrain. I mean, it requires a lot more from your upper body in a very different way than road or triathlon riding does.
There's probably a lot less sort of coasting segments, or, okay. So yeah, I feel like, and this would be a good question for our friend Mike, who I hope we have on sometime. He is a specialist with bike fit.
Mm-hmm.
And so one of my patients that I'm seeing, we had a change in a seat cushion,
Mm-hmm.
seat, and maybe like some more shock absorption
Sure.
in her bike.
Yeah.
What's that called? Shocks? Is it basically like a car? Like there's your
Yeah,
I mean,
it is. So you can put that on a bike too.
On a gravel bike. So, yeah, you made a good point too, because there's another analogy with trail running and gravel riding, and that is those uneven surfaces.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you're making adjustments. So are you so when I trail run, I feel my core working so much harder. I'm wondering if you feel that on the bike, on the gravel.
I feel it a lot more through my shoulders, and then I think my hands, because my hands and my forearms get sore and tired from massage, so they're a little more sensitive. And when I'm on the gravel bike, and it's like, and especially because I'm new and I'm like, you're just really...
Maybe you're kind of over gripping a little bit.
Just I'm over gripping. Like, my shoulders are in my ears. So like all of the things that I'm preaching about, like for triathlon, like relax and like use your energy to move forward. And I'm like, well, that's out the window. I'm just like, trying to stay upright. And I'm like...
You're thinking really hard about every move.
I'm gripping. My teeth are grinding. I mean, there's nothing like... I'm doing everything that we're not supposed to do. So I totally feel it through my shoulders and forearms.
But then do you just breathe and try to relax, do some shoulder rolls or whatever, and kind of reset as you're going?
I do if I feel like there's if the terrain again changes a lot. So if it's a little more subtle in the terrain, then it's great. And it's beautiful out. Like this weekend we'll be riding through the Flint Hills, and there'll be people around, and so it's very
zen.
It's very zen.
Oh, I'm so jealous. I want to do it. It's on my list.
And I do want to be clear that I'm going for completion. I'm not racing. And so the people who are racing, it's not
very
zen.
different.
It's hard as shit. So kudos to them. And they're out there for a long time with no help, self-supported. So it's grueling. So
and
I don't
then
want to...
mud and going through, if it rains, which it might do before now and in this race tomorrow.
Yeah. And it's not like triathlon where it's like, or marathon where they have like these glorious aid stations every mile. They're like, I mean, on their website, they're like, you're on your own. Good luck. Like, we're not coming to rescue you. Literally, it says on their website. Right. We're not going to rescue you. Carry all your own stuff. Make sure you know how to get out of any trouble you get into.
Like some of these trail races, it's the same. Yeah. It's very similar setup.
Yeah.
Oh, I love the comparison though. So it makes me kind of want to really try it. But I did have, I talk about this with patients, and I was like, oh, that sounds like so fun. I think I would like it better than road cycling because road cycling gives me the heebie-jeebies. Drivers are so distracted with their phones now. I just don't trust that they're even looking at me, and it just scares me. And I think it would be fun, but then this patient pointed out to me that then there's the dogs to contend with. These dogs that are off leash because it's farmland. Okay, what?
I thought I'd heard it all, and then last week, one of a dear athlete who's been the one kind of helping our team get into gravel, there was a bull.
No.
Yes, a bull.
No, like a bull. Like
a bull. A bull.
Not fenced in.
Not fenced in. There was a bull. And she was with one other gal. And the gal was ahead of her. And then there was the bull. And then there was her. And I was like, well.
Okay, what'd she do?
I think I don't know. I just was so distracted by the fact that there was a bull.
Okay, so we need to get details on this. Like, what are you supposed to do?
I know. I'm like, if I had
don't
like
look
mace,
the bull in the eye.
Would go in my eyeball. I would self-mace myself for sure. If I air horn.
Bear spray. Oh my gosh.
So there's different things.
We should find out, like, what are you supposed to do? I'm sure there's someone listening to this podcast who's a seasoned gravel rider.
Of course.
But I do know don't look the bull in the eye. You're not supposed to look them in the eye.
How do you know that?
I don't know. Like,
why do you know that? Why?
Know. All that time I spent on the ranch in Montana.
Oh my gosh.
No, that's not a thing.
Did you go like bull chase or what's the thing?
Oh yeah.
I'm blanking. Running with the bulls in Spain.
No. And I won't. But, so like gravel riding has all kinds of interesting things. But when someone mentioned the dog thing, it's like, oh my God, okay. Because then what is your option? Like if you do kind of get attacked, and even if it's not like, oh my gosh, the dog's probably going to bite your leg off, but they might jump on you, and then you have a risk of falling then.
I think the risk, the
fall
is the fall, if they run in. Yeah, and when we bring in our gravel person to interview, they can talk about how to handle that.
Yeah, how to handle that, and how to fall gracefully and not break a bone.
Oh my gosh.
How to quickly unclip and jump off your bike.
Don't rip your knee in half as you unclip.
Please. Ooh, yeah. Okay, so anyway, good luck tomorrow.
Thanks.
And to all the peeps who are doing outbound?
Unbound.
Oh, God.
Yeah, they've worked hard. It'll be a fun weekend. I'm excited to see everybody do their stuff.
I'm excited to see all the pictures, too.
Yeah. Thanks so much for listening. And remember, we are in this together.
Until next time.